Hello, fellow Inhumans. My name is Cornflake, and welcome to probably a very unique video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Discord rumors about DDoSing, and to prove that they are complete fabrication. So here's an introduction. You've probably seen this around Discord. Probably gotten added by it, or you've seen someone complain in a server about this. Well, let me just point it out that this is completely fake. There is no way that a person can DDoS your Discord account, and we will get into this a little while later. And we're also going to analyze this message. In today's video, we're going to cover what's going on and why it is completely false, how Discord works in a nutshell, what a denial service and a DDoS is, why this happens, and how you can be safe on Discord and the internet itself. So, what are the rumors? They're usually started by a moderator, an admin, or even an owner in the server. Usually from a report or something like that, and they take it seriously. We'll get into that a little bit later. And it's always relating to the safety of the users in the server itself. And it's always false. So today we're going to look at this message. Emergency alert! Please read this carefully. A fair warning. Look out for a Discord user by the name of dude with the tag of dude. First of all, if it were true, they would just use the ID of the user. And if they were serious, probably both. He's going around sending friend requests to random Discord users. I would like to point out that yes, there are spam bots that do actually add users. So be careful of that. But a bot with this specific number and hashtag, with this username and hashtag, probably isn't going to be real. And will have their accounts DDoSed and their groups exposed, with the members inside it becoming victim as well. Okay, let's say even this were true. That would not happen. The groups would not be affected. Spread the word and send this to as many Discord servers as you can. If you see this user, do not accept his friend request and immediately block him. Yes, if you are given a random Discord request, block it immediately, or at least decline it, of course, but preferably would block it. Our team Discord is currently working very hard to remove this user. I would highly doubt this would be from a Discord. And also, if it was Discord, they would just ban the user and or let the people know about this Discord. It's not like Discord has to take like 5 hours just to ban somebody. No, they can pretty much basically remove them instantaneously. Send this to all the servers you are in. This is basically considered spam, which it also is against Discord's this terms of service. So yeah, this is the analysis of this, and it's kind of stupid how this happens. So, how is this not true? Well, if you know a little bit about networking, if you don't, this may seem a little confusing for you. So let's get into this next slide. This is how Discord messages work. So you have a phone, right? And you send a message to your friend via direct message. You send the message to your friend, which in the data of the message includes your text string, images, emojis, etc., with everything that you put in your messages. And it also puts your IP address of the device you're currently on, as well as your account token to make sure that it's really you. Then it sends the information to Discord how normally it sends. Then the Discord servers process the message, the request to put the message in the recipient's user's mailbox, like it. And it adds the recipients to the direct messages. Also, sorry if I'm a little weird. I'm doing this unscripted, and also I'm kind of slightly sick. So anyway, once it's done, the next time that the device is online, it sends a request to get all the data from Discord. And if that is, and if it's true, then, oh no. Okay. When the device gets online, it will connect to Discord servers and get all of the data from the server. And then it will show up on the data. It will show up on the direct messages of the recipient, and they will be able to read the message in the haha funny memes that you sent them. In a nutshell, think of Discord as a mail service where you send your message, you send your mail to your friend, but it goes through Discord first, and then it goes to your friend. So that's how basically Discord works. This may or may not be how Discord works, but it's pretty close to how most messaging services are today. So the side effects of using the system, I just want to cover these. If you have a poor connection, you've probably seen this image where it says connecting. Believe me, I've had troubles with this a lot. The client requests information ever so often. They get the direct messages, server ads, and pretty much everything. And really only really loads stuff when you actually enter a server to get the messages and stuff. In poor connections, this can happen, and it's very frustrating when it does, especially if you're chatting with your friend. But and something that also happens is that a message will take a long time to send if you have a poor connection. However, usually, mostly, this really doesn't matter due to the fact that internet is getting faster and faster nowadays. You really don't need to really worry about it because you'll usually get the data right away from your internet. So it isn't really a problem unless you're in a poor connection area. So this is, now, the thing it says was a denial of service attack, or a DDoS, or the DOS attack. So today we're going to be taking a look at how a DOS attack works, or a single component of this distributed denial of service. Essentially, what a denial of service attack is a computer rapidly asking for data from a server. For example, let's say I wanted to denial of service YouTube. I would constantly ask information from YouTube, usually its homepage. Then it would give the data back to me. That costs resources, and for a lot of things, it usually doesn't. And for one computer, it usually doesn't really process all that much. But if it's a computer rapidly asking for data, it can get a little occupied with its queue. And so what happens is a denial of service attack, when it happens, any computer that wants to will be queued to give the information to COM2. In this diagram right here, I have COM1, which is the denial of service attacker, and then COM2, just some innocent computer user that wants to access the server. So it tries to ask for data, and it gets its data, but not for a while, which is why it's called denial of service, because it's denying you service for a while. However, what a distributed denial of service is that it's multiple computers instead of just one that target a server. So essentially, just imagine this. This is a denial of service attack. It's basically one person asking, what time is it? 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 You know, that gets annoying, right? And you can't really answer their question. You can answer their question, but they ask it again, and you can answer its question. You know what I mean? So yeah, and this is a distributed denial of service attack. It's multiple people asking you what time it is. And it gets really annoying, and you can get extremely overwhelmed. Now, one thing about distributed denial of service attacks is that basically you can never connect to a computer, or it's going to take a really long time for you to get the data you need. Or by the time you should be getting your data, the server will have shut down because because servers have a built-in feature to shut down before it gets too overheated, so physical damage doesn't happen. This is why denial of service attacks are illegal, and why they don't really happen so often. I'd also like to point out, you need to get an IP address in order to do a distributed denial of service, because you're just connecting and repeatedly asking for data for something. So this is why the rumors just aren't true. You never directly connect to the person itself. So let's say if this were true, a spammer would attempt to hijack my account via my IP address. But even this wouldn't work because Discord just doesn't work like that. The thing is, the reason why these aren't true is they will never get your internet proxy address. An internet proxy, by the way, think of it as your home address, and you send mail to a different address. That's kind of how a network works. Well, it is how a network works, but it's a little different. So you never directly get the IP address from somebody. And also, I forgot to write this down, but this is why Discord bans hacked clients, because they can probably operate differently, and therefore, due to some exploits, they may be able to get your IP address with exploits that aren't possible with the normal Discord client. So let me put this to bed. If someone adds you on Discord or direct messages you, they cannot hijack your account. They need your account credentials to do it. They cannot change your username or password. Again, they need the credentials to do it. And I swear I heard this somewhere. They cannot kick or ban you from a server. They need admin privileges or the privileges to ban somebody in a server. And if they do, they probably spent a lot of time in the server, and I doubt they would risk all of that just to kick one person. And they also cannot modify account settings or your profile. Again, they need to be in your account to do that. However, spammers are a problem, and this is what they can do. They can be a jerk to you. I mean, really, everybody's a jerk sometimes, but these people are jerks 24/7. They can threaten you. Don't worry about the threats. They're completely false. They have no idea what your IP address is, or even personal information, such as where you live. They can also send unsolicited NSFW or 18+ images, which, of course, you probably don't want to see. They can also attempt to scam you. Usually you get a Steam message. You get a message on Discord about your Steam account or something like that. That's a scam, and do not fall for it. However, there's another scam that is actually really dangerous. They can trick you into installing a Trojan horse on your device. A Trojan horse is, in layman's terms, malware that tricks you into believing it's something else when it's actually malware, usually spyware. Other than the latter two that I just mentioned, the scam and the Trojan horse, they cannot do damage to your account. And the latter two is only really possible if the end user falls for their scam trickery. In other words, no, they cannot damage your account by just adding you or even messaging you. It just doesn't work like that. So, why do these rumors even start? Well, it's obvious. They're from trolls. Trolls want attention. This is another reason how they get it. They also want to cause chaos because, they want to see the world burn. So, this is basically, in a nutshell, what happens. A troll tells somebody, usually a moderator, about the rumor that they invented. Usually about DDoSing, or somebody adding you, or some hacker. And then a moderator tells the other moderators in their super secret moderator chat and the other moderators have zero idea what is actually going on, and even if they do look it up, all they'll see is that it's bad. And then they'll try to spam or just talk to the owner to let them know, please warn people about this, or they'll just do it themselves. And either the owner or the moderators at everybody to let them know the fake rumor, and then all the troll has to do sit back and watch the chaos unfold in the server. And this is why it's successful. they don't know what a denial of service attack actually is. All they know is that it's bad and it's illegal, and they simply want to protect their users. You know, just like everybody else. But they're also abusing the fact they have no idea what a denial of service attack is, unless they do, in which they won't even spread the rumor. But the thing is, rumors are just rumors. They're not usually true. Now, before we continue, I should mention there are things called exploits, which can actually cause some things to happen like this. However, the company will usually offer a ton of money to report exploits. So in reality, there's no need to exploit something like that when they can get tons of cash from reporting the exploit altogether. For example, Google does this with Google Chrome, for exploits on Google Chrome. So what can you do when something like this happens? Well, tell the person the truth. Maybe even link this video, because it's just not true at all. And also, spread the word that you cannot DDoS somebody on Discord. You can DDoS Discord servers, but that's not only illegal, but also it'll basically disrupt everything on Discord. So how can you be really safe on Discord? Now, all we're talking about is complete fabrication, but there is ways. But the two things that I did mention earlier, the NSFW stuff, the Trojan horses, stuff like that, here is how you can be safe from the real threats on Discord. First of all, never accept any random friend requests. Just never don't do that. Also, just some more tips in general on the internet. Do not click any links from anyone, from anywhere. It usually is not good. Now, of course, you can just look up. Remember to look up it on a website like I forgot what it's called. It was a website where you can put websites to see if their code in the website is potentially malicious. Anyway, so let's say you get a spammer or scammer. Report it. As well report it to any of the other server moderators and block the user in question so they don't reply to you anymore. Now, your privacy and safety settings should be set something like this. For your safe direct messaging, you should have it to keep me safe at all times. Now, you can also have it as, my friends are nice, but just be aware that if you somehow accept a friend request from a random person, a spammer, they can send you anything, so be careful, and never select do not scan. For server defaults, put it option. This is really optional, but I would set it to no. But also, if you do set it to no, be aware that the setting is only applied when you join a new server, and it's not currently applied to any of the servers right now. But when you disable/enable this option, it usually lets you know and asks you if you want to set to all the servers. And then anybody, here's where it is. Here's one of the final things you can do. Who can add you as a friend? Disable everyone and also server members. But friends of friends are usually alright. Just be aware that you are allowed to add people as well, so it won't really affect your thing. So, in conclusion, you cannot DDoS data on a server, i.e. your Discord account. Trolls start a rumor usually about hacking/mass spam to cause chaos. That's the entire point of all these rumors. Hackers cannot get your IP address, account credentials, or access/change or restrict your account to your account. They must have access to the account to do anything at all. Be aware about scams and Trojan horses, as they could actually compromise your account. And remember to report all scammers, spammers. And make sure your security settings are right for you and what you do. And too long, didn't read. Don't listen to everything on the internet. This is Cornflake. I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.